All right, this is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network, sponsored by our new school now, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, an actual freight broker and dispatch freight vocational school located here in Tallahassee, Florida, where students come down for 2 weeks and they train and they have guaranteed replacement. We also have an online platform, which is the RBBS Logistics Learning Center National Dispatchers Network, our online network training. And today I am doing a private consultation with Ms. Nakisha Jenkins, one of our Enroll students into our online platform. And we're going to be going over the tools and resources area of the back office and showing her how to locate and find box trucks and how to navigate the load boards and which load boards are going to be best. We do offer private consultations to our students. If they have a premium membership, 3 hours of private consultation is included with the membership, which is $99.95 per month. If they have a regular enrollment, private consultations are just $100 per hour. So if you are looking to schedule one, you get in contact with us and we can schedule you for a private consult. All right, Miss Nakisha Jenkins.
Yes.
Hey, give me a second. I heard the doorbell ring.
You got to record it. I asked, can he send you a copy of the recording? That way, if you don't remember, you should have had a pen to write down the stuff. And you don't have to be thinking about it, memorize it.
All right. My dogs got out. Sometimes they'll come back in the smart one. He'll get up and ring the doorbell. They get out and go wandering around the neighborhood. And then when they want to come back home, he'll come back and he'll actually stand up on his hind legs and ring the doorbell. Like, these dogs, I mean, they are so smart.
Yes, they are.
Okay, all right, let's go ahead and get started with our private consultation here. I'm going to start sharing my screen. All right, and we're in our training and curriculum area on the site. We're going to go to the back office area. So the more section, this section is for our students only. You have to be a subscription paying member in order to access the secure back office tools and resources. All right, so let's get to the back office tools and resources. All right. Now you said that you were looking for box trucks, right?
Right.
All right. I'm gonna show you how to search for box trucks and show you, first of all, I'm gonna show you the best places to go. Trucking Planet is probably gonna be, that's a good source. When you're looking for box truck loads, things like that.
Okay.
Trucking Planet.
So let me log in real quick. All right. So you go to Trucking Planet, log in, and you're gonna look for, go to the load board. Now you can go to the load boards or you can go to Shippers Database. Okay? Because obviously if you go to the load boards, you're gonna be looking at loads. But since you're gonna be needing these loads anyway, you might as well go ahead and start trying to contact shippers and negotiate with them to be put on their shippers list. Now, the great thing about contacting shippers as a dispatcher, you're basically giving them a free service, right?
All right.
Because you're not paid by the shipper, you're paid by the carrier.
That's correct.
You see what I'm saying? Unlike a broker, when a broker contacts a shipper, now brokers have gotten lazy and they do it the wrong way. Brokers should not be doing it the way I'm about to tell you. But this is how brokers have been doing it, and then I'm gonna tell you how brokers are supposed to be doing it. What brokers do now is, and they are totally wrong for it, by the way, they will contact the shipper, and then they will tell the shipper, well, I'm a broker that's in over the bill, pre-Q and all that type of stuff, and everything. Let them know that they're a broker that's in over their broker's authority and everything they need to have. And then the broker will start, they don't even negotiate with the shipper. They basically just ask the shipper what type of loads they have, and how much money are they paying off of the loads to move the loads. The shipper will tell them, well, we got these loads averaging around, $3.50 a mile, $2 a mile, $1.98 a mile, or whatever the case may be. The broker will then take that, most of them, 90% of them nowadays will take that and say, okay, well, I can move that for you just now. And they go and post those on the load board. The $3 per mile that the shipper is paying, the broker will post on the load board for $2.75 or or $2.80 or whatever the case may be. That's wrong, because now they are taking the carrier's money. You know what I'm saying? That's not how a broker is supposed to work. The broker is supposed to negotiate their margin on top of what the shipper already has allotted for what they're going to pay the carriers for moving that freight. So if a shipper tells you, I've got these set of loads right here, they're priced at $2.75 per mile, $2.75 per mile. That broker is supposed to say, okay, well, that's fine. I can probably move those loads if I get 33 1/3% or 35% above that. If I get 35, if I can negotiate, if you can give me 35%, above that 235, okay, I can probably move a good portion of that freight. Now the shipper might say, well, 35% is a little bit too steep. Okay, so then the broker will come back and say, okay, so what are you offering for me to move that freight? See, the shipper, the broker is supposed to negotiate what they're going to get paid to move that load. They're not supposed to take that from the load price. That's not what they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to negotiate their margin on top of the load price. So if they do it correctly, and the shipper says, and let's say they land on 30%, so they will be looking at, that 235. To give you an example here, to put the calculator, they will be looking at $2.35, right? And then plus, let's say they land on 30%, plus 30%. So that's what the broker pay is right there. It's about 70 cents per mile.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? 70 point, 70.5 cents per mile on top of that. So if that 235 and that load is, and let's say that load is going 1,100 miles, so that means the broker is going to be making that. Hold up. The broker is going to be making 0.70 times it's going 1,100 miles. Broker's going to make $770. That's the broker's margin. That's what the broker has on top of what that load is paying. So the carrier is going to retain their 2.35, right? Times 1,100 miles. So therefore, the broker can post that load at that 25.85. They're not supposed to be posting it no less than that. Now, a broker can sweeten the pot and take some of his $770, right, and add it to that. You see, what the broker might say, well, I've got $770 on my margin. Everybody else is posting these loads at $2,400, $2,300, $2,500. I'm gonna sweeten the pot. I'm gonna post my load at $2,785. I'm gonna take $200 from my margin to sweeten the pot. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. But these trainers and these schools and stuff like that now, they don't teach that. But that's the way it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you get a clear understanding of why owner operators are always saying that brokers are taking the money.
I was about to say the broker definitely get a lot more drivers if he did that.
Exactly. So this is how it's supposed to be. This is how it was meant to be. This is how it was in the beginning when brokers first started out. But now everybody's gotten into the industry and people they get lazy, they take shortcuts, and they don't want to negotiate. They don't know how to negotiate, so they don't. So they have a fear of negotiating. So they figured that they will act like dispatchers and just take it from the carrier. You see, that's why this is why carriers and owner operators are saying that everybody is in their pocket. See, dispatchers are the agents of the owner operator. So a dispatcher, they're working as an agent for the owner operator. So they are supposed to be paid by the owner operator. Brokers are working for the shipper. They're not supposed to be taking the money from the owner operator. They're supposed to get their money from the shipper because that's why they're brokers.
Right.
You understand? So with that being said, but I just I wanted to just clear that up for you. So with that being said, what you're gonna do as a dispatcher, contacting a direct shipper, you are actually doing the shipper a service. Why? Because you don't get paid by the shipper. You can't negotiate a margin on top of what the shipper's already paying. So essentially, you are offering the shipper a free service. So if you approach a shipper and you let the shipper know that you understand how this works, right? Mr. Shipper, I'm a dispatcher for my carriers. I have 6 carriers or 6 owner operators that I'm dispatching for. I have some box trucks. I have this and that. What type of freight do you have that will accommodate my carriers? And I'll tell you what they're looking for. They're looking for freight that normally pays somewhere around this, that. Do you have freight that fits that criteria? And the shipper will tell you, yeah, we got this much freight that pays this for box truck. We got this much that does this, that. Great. As I mentioned before, I'm not a broker, so I don't need to negotiate any type of margin on top of what you're already paying. I just need to get on your shippers list, and you can send me out the loads, and I can then get those loads over to my carriers, and we can help you do some of that freight.
Okay.
Now, isn't that a much easier sale?
Yes, it is.
If everybody does their job the way they're supposed to do, this business would be so smooth. I mean, it's smooth for those people who know. See, and that's why I try to teach you all how to do it the right way, because when you know how it's supposed to work, and when it's done the right way, it's not hard at all.
No, it's not.
It's not hard at all. Okay. All right. So with that being said, you're gonna go to the shipper database, and you're gonna go down here, and you're gonna look for. They had some for hot shots, right there. Flatbed, step dates, and hot shots. You're gonna look there. You're also gonna look down here. If you got box trucks, look for medical equipment manufacturers.
Okay.
Look for 3PLs and commercial warehouses. Look in there. 3PL.
Okay.
And you're also going to look in distributors and wholesalers. Okay. Now, does your box trucks, are they temperature controlled? Do they have freezers? Or they just regular,
just dry van?
Just driving by. Right. You can look in dry van shippers too, but what you're going to look for there, when you're looking at the dry van shippers, you're going to be asking them, when you contact them, you're going to be asking them about their partial loads, less than full load, because you got a box truck.
Right.
Okay, so you're going to, when you approach them, say, look, if you got any small loads, partial loads, that a lot of the big carriers don't like carrying partial loads. So that means they got to make more than one drop.
Yeah, okay? That's true.
All right, so you can talk to these are talking points that you're gonna bring up with the shipper, because then they gotta know you know what you're doing.
Okay.
The shipper don't want to work with people who don't know what they're doing. Okay, so you're gonna bring up talking points that lets the shippers know that you are knowledgeable about this industry. So you're gonna basically, when you call up a shipper and you're gonna say to them, like, with this women's apparel or this sportswear or this textile goods or linens or whatever the case may be, when you call them up, you're gonna introduce yourself. You're gonna let them know that you are a an independent dispatcher. My company is, if you need my state filing number and my EIN number, I would be happy to provide it to you. I'm contracted with several, box trucks, with several box truck owners, and I am looking for partial freight or less than full load freight that that we can help you move. And we understand that you may have some freight that a lot of the regular dry van carriers don't want to carry because they don't want to make more than one drop, more than one stop, more than one pickup with the partial load, because that becomes kind of a sticking point with dry van carriers, because they've got 3 partial loads. That means they've got to make 3 pickups and 3 drops, and they don't want to do that.
Right.
Okay, so you're letting the shipper know that you understand some of the hiccups within the system, or you understand that dry van carriers don't really want to carry these smaller loads, but you have a relationship with trucks that are equipped to carry these smaller loads. Okay, so that's one of the things that you're going to bring up. Now, you also notice with these shippers here, they're giving you the direct, number to the person who is in charge. Okay, either the president, vice president. Come down here, you got owner, sales executive, you got purchasing, the purchasing agent, purchasing manager, vice president of administrative, the traffic coordinator. All these people you see here, they don't have to check with someone else to decide if they're going to do business with you or not. Okay.
Okay.
So you're getting the direct number to the person involved, the person in charge, and you're getting the direct email address, their name at their company, email address, whatever it's going to be. So you're dealing with the right person. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I will check there now. But go through these shippers databases and check with those. Now, as far as loads, you're gonna go to the load boards. All right.
Okay.
Go to load boards. You're gonna look for freight, view freight, post freight, delete the load. So you're not posting freight, so you're gonna go and look for freight. Right now,
Right.
Equipment has it right here. You scroll down here. You have van, Bennett van, reefer, flatbed, air ride, the step deck, air ride, low board, reefer. Down here, you go all the way down. I think they have hot shot box truck. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So if you're looking for a box truck, you kind of click that hot shot box truck. You do a search. It pulls up what they have available, and they've got quite a few loads. I mean, they don't have a lot. Like I say, this is right here. Like I told you, not a lot of box truck loads out there.
Right.
Okay. So if you can go back and check hot shots and search, and the list will be a little bit larger, but not that much larger.
Okay.
Okay. So you can go look hot shots. Now, another place you can go. Now, what you're going to look for, now this doesn't give you a real extensive search criteria, but if you're looking for specific box trucks, whatever, you can go there. Now, the other place you're going to go, hold on here, let me pause my sharing for a second because I want to see this password. The other place you're going to go, let me go back to it, is you're going to go over to some of our regular load boards. We go ahead and pull them up first, and I'll pull them up, then I can go to them. You're gonna go to Load Solutions. I'm gonna pull them up. Log in with them. All right. Search loads. All right. You're gonna go to Load Solutions. You're also gonna go to, of course, my favorite one, Direct Freight. Pull them up. All right. So you're gonna go to load solution and you're gonna go to direct freight. Start sharing again. All right. So you're gonna go to load solutions and you're gonna go to direct freight. Okay.
Okay.
Both those are in the back office. Okay, under the load boards. So and just to show you all what I'm talking about, we got them here in the back office under the load boards. That's direct freight. And of course, go over here. We got step deck. Step deck carries load solution. All those are the same thing, hot shots. And this is load solution. So you're gonna go to those two. All right. So
Okay.
in load solution, once you log in, you're gonna come here and you're gonna put in pretty much what you're looking for. You're gonna look for loads, type of load, date, pickup. You don't have to put all that in. I would just put in the origin of where the load is leaving from. And if you got a certain place that the carrier wants to go, you can put in the destination. I normally don't put the destination in. I just put the origin and then I put in the truck type. Okay. Now, you notice here, they don't have box truck on here.
Right.
Okay. Because not very many load boards cater to box trucks. Okay. But they do have a van, step deck, reefer, power only, flatbed, dump. Okay. So if you're looking for a van, now here's what you're going to do when you look for a van. You're going to search the loads. And when you look for vans in load solution, you're going to be looking for, I don't know why does load solution do this sometimes? It's take them forever to load up their list. Hold on, let me go back to what you call it. Now you can go over here and you can click on the other one too. Load solution, freight terminal, hot shot carrier, and step deck carrier, they're all by the same company.
Okay.
So you go over here, you can click on freight terminal and go to freight terminal. And there's my loads. Schedule, find loads right there. There's my log in, search for loads. All right. So company radius, search for loads. I'm not really gonna look for, okay, type of trip, type. All right. Here again, flatbed, reefer, van, power on. And if you're looking for box trucks, you're gonna look for what? Partial, right?
Right.
Okay, they don't have any partial loads available right now. So that tells you right there that it's not very good, you know. Let's just do all types of vans. Yeah, see, they don't have any partial loads available right now. Most of what they have is, just regular loads. There's the rates gonna be loaded, gonna be right there. And they've got the numbers and everything for you to call each one of them. Now, I don't too much. I mean, this is a decent load board if you're just looking for freight, whatever. But if you want a more complete load board, and this is why I like direct freight. Okay, here's why I love direct freight. You can go to a load map, right? This is the first reason why I like it, because they give me a snapshot of what's going on in the country.
Okay.
As far as what's available, I'm telling you right now, there's more freight available today than I've seen in the last 4 years, 5 years that I've been doing this. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you how I know that. I know that from just looking at this snapshot. Check this out. Florida, 4,319 loads. The most I've ever seen in Florida was around 2,100, 2,200 loads. Texas, more than 10,000 loads. When you get up to around 10,000, they stop counting. They just tell you it's more than 10,000 loads available in Texas right
Wow.
now. Okay. Even up in these states that usually have like single digits, like Montana, North Dakota. These places have been notorious for only having like 20 loads, 60 loads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now 671 loads. 251. Washington, 2,600 loads. The most I've ever seen in Washington in the last 5-6 years I've been doing this is maybe have been about 900 loads at tops, 1,100 loads. Oregon got a lot of freight right now because a whole bunch of truckers don't want to run to Oregon now. They're boycotting Oregon. Okay. And you know why, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How they?
110 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're boycotting Oregon because of that 110-year sentence that they gave that kid.
That's crazy.
A rookie truck driver, 22 at the time, or 22, 23 at the time, a rookie truck driver, brakes went out. And the kid panicked. 22 years old, coming down a mountain in Oregon, loaded 60,000 pounds, flatbed, lumber. His brakes go out. He panicked.
Yes, like you panic. It's kind of, you don't know what to do. You coming out.
Fear can be a paralyzing thing. And
Right.
and he probably heard all the horror stories in truck driving school about brakes going out, brakes catching on fire, going down the side of the mountain, how drivers got killed going down the side of the kid panicked. He probably blew by the escape ramp because he was scared.
Anybody would be scared.
Yeah, I've been in combat, and I tell you, when I was coming down mountains, there was a level of anxiety that that I had really not felt since being in combat.
Yeah.
So if someone like me who has been under fire in combat, okay, and if I have a fear of coming down mountains with that anxiety, right?
Right.
And you got to know how to use. You have to coming down mountains with the heavy load. You have to incorporate about 5 different things to keep that truck under control. Okay, you got your regular brakes, you got your engine brakes, you got your Jake brakes, you got your, you got your downshift. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to coordinate all that. You have to know when to tap your regular brakes, right? And know how long you need to tap them and press them for, and then you gotta let them off of. You gotta watch that RPM gauge. As it rises and falls, when the RPM starts to fall down to a certain level, then you can shift it, right? You can downshift. So you have to tap brake, downshift, Jake brakes, let it coast, tap brakes, downshift, Jake brake, let it coast, tap brake. You have to do this all the way down that mountain.
Wow.
Constantly. To keep that truck under control, to keep those brakes from getting hot and burning up, to keep the truck from picking up speed and being just completely out of control. Because the faster the truck is going, the harder it's going to be to brake that truck.
Yeah, he was scared.
Yeah, the kid panicked. He was poorly trained. Because these truck driving schools, a lot of these truck driving schools don't train you properly. And then
he probably did what they.
Yeah, and really the truck driver is just supposed to give you the basics. But when you get to your company, they're supposed to have about 6 to 7 weeks of training in a truck, and that trainer is not supposed to clear you until they are certain that you know how to navigate down a mountain.
That makes sense.
Okay, that's why I'm glad I went to Covenant Transport. Because I had 7 weeks of training after truck driving school on that trainer truck, and we the very first day we went in the mountains. My trainer took me to the mountains, up to Washington State, Mount Witch-Tahatchee or something. I couldn't even pronounce it. We went to this mountain way up there, and he had me drive the very first day in the mountains.
Hit it up.
Wow. Because his thing was, look, I'm gonna start you off in the mountains, because if you can do the mountains, everything else I have to teach you, no problem. So we spent the first week in Washington, Oregon, and Montana.
It makes sense.
Okay, so
Wanna-
yeah, so I mean, that was just crazy. 110 years for an accident, that was just crazy. But anyway, I digress. All right, so if we're looking for a load for hot shot, so where's your hot shot at? I mean, where's your
It's in
box truck at?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta. So we're gonna go to Georgia. Now, we already know there's more than 4,000 loads in Georgia. Okay, which is just crazy, crazy great right now. And load count usually picks up close to the holidays, Christmas, New Year's. Okay, but that combined with COVID and combined with stores needing stuff, it's just crazy, crazy now. So if you got to make some money, now's the time to do it. All right.
All right.
This is the best time to be dispatching freight. All right, so we got Georgia. Let's go for Atlanta. Let me take Georgia out and then go for Atlanta area. You're gonna go Atlanta, and you're gonna do a 50-mile radius, around the Atlanta area. Okay.
Okay.
We're looking for. Here's what you're gonna look for. The trailer. You're gonna put dry van. You're gonna put box truck. You're gonna put cargo van. Why? Because cargo van is what? Pretty much a box truck, right?
Right.
All load. So you're gonna put cargo van. You're trying to get access to as many loads that your box truck can run as possible. Okay. So that's what you're gonna put. You're gonna put that. And then on load size, you're gonna put partial. Why? Because you got that dry van.
Right.
All right. All right. Then on the weight, what's the most weight your box truck can't carry more than 10,000 pounds, right?
Right.
So you're gonna click 10,000 pounds. All right.
Right.
Now you're gonna click search. Let's see what you come up with. So a lot of people don't know how to search for box truck loads. And see, not getting very many that's within 50 miles of Atlanta. All right. Okay. So let's do this. Let's take out that van load. Let's take out the van, and then let's do a research. And let's take out the van. Let's get rid of the partial. So now you don't need the partial in there. Just put all. All right. And less than 10,000 pounds. Let's try that. And you got a couple. You got one more. But see, trailer type, van, partial. So here's what you have, but at least you have something showing Trinity Logistics. Now, chances are Trinity Logistics has some more stuff. Now, you see right here where it says company has 3 additional matches. All right, for this exact search. You want to click that too, because, and then you gotta have to call them to get the rate, because they're not showing you the rate. But there's some freight that's close to Atlanta, Georgia, that you can get for your box truck. Okay.
Okay.
All you need is one load right now, anyway, right?
That's correct.
Or if you got 2 or 3 box trucks, this is enough for your 2 or 3 box trucks. But you click here where it says get the additional freight that matches, and then it's going to pull up any other additional loads. You see how this looks right here? You got the additional loads, but these are full load size. But these are full load size, but you're gonna look for the ones that's no more than 5,000 pounds. It's like that right there. Okay. Now you can go in here. You can put in load size, weight less than 10,000. Search again. I'm just doing a general Georgia search right now.
Okay.
And trying to see if I can get something that's got some pay rates. All right, you see right here now. Now let's enlarge that for a second. Now you see here, you got some stuff that's, you know, you see right here, weight 2,000 pounds, weight 5,000 pounds, weight 200 pounds, right?
Right.
I mean, you see this, right? So,
Okay.
but that's a van load right there, leaving out of Garden City, Georgia. I'm not sure how far that is from Atlanta,
Okay, I know what that's at.
but it's 2,600 trip miles. Now, I'm not sure if your box truck wants to run that much all the way to California. You know, but for that rate right there, that's pretty good for a box truck.
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, that's pretty good for a box truck if they want to run that for. It's
Okay.
only 2,000 pounds, so they can do it, right?
Right.
That's pretty good rate for a box truck.
Okay.
Okay. The great advantage you have with this is dry vans drivers, they want more money. That's, you got some dry van drivers out there that will take that load, but a lot of them are not gonna take it because, you know, dry vans, you know, now, especially this time of year, they want more than 225, 250 a mile. Right?
Right.
So you can tell that broker when you call Kyle and say, look, I know you're having problems booking this load because it's at $1.85, but I got a box truck that will take that if you're bumping up to $1.95. I always try to get more out of it.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's already a good paying load for a box truck already. Right?
Right.
But go ahead and try to bump it up. So I got a box truck that can carry that weight right there easily. And because fuel is a lot less for the box truck than it is for that big semi, right?
Right.
And it's gonna be hard for you to find a semi that's gonna want to put that little partial load on their load going to California. Right?
That's true.
So I have a remedy for you. I have a box truck that is willing to take that load to California if you can give him at least $1.95, because you know, fuel prices are up for everybody right now.
Okay.
And they'll probably jump all over that. Okay. Now that box truck can get there a lot quicker than that semi can.
That's true.
Because one thing, I don't think the box truck falls under the same hours of service, do they?
Yeah, we do. I got the ELD.
Okay. My
You know
husband
what I'm
said he has the ELD,
in the
I
box
think.
truck. So keep trucking.
So you have the ELD in the box truck?
Yes.
Okay. Well, even so, you can get more miles than that, can. Because in a 10-hour driving shift or 11-hour driving shift, a big truck is only going to be able to get about 600, 650 miles.
Yeah, that's true.
Box truck can do about what, 750, 800, 11-hour driving shift?
15 in the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 7.
Yeah. So you're going to get on average about 200, 150 to 200 more miles in your driving time. That's another point you can make with who? The broker. Because my guy's driving a box truck, he makes better time than that big truck. You want to let them know that you know what you're doing. But a lot of times, the broker you're calling, he may not have realized that. You got to give them a reason to put that load on your box truck. Okay? When it comes to doing box trucks, because you know, the box trucks are already difficult as it is. But if you know what you're doing, you can make a pretty good living dispatching box trucks, but you got to know what you're doing. You got to know how to. You got to know how to sell that box truck. You got to know how to get them to understand why this box truck is the best option for that particular load. And in this case, I just give you all the points of why that box truck is the best option for this particular load. Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay. And you got some others down here. Here's one that's, you know, only 200 pounds. Is going from Savannah, Georgia to Tampa, Florida. Now, I wouldn't worry about getting out of Florida right now with a box truck. Why? Because you got one of 4,000 loads in Florida right now. You see what I'm saying? Not only that, you can find ways out if your box trucks don't want to travel that far. And Georgia to Florida is that's like a regular trip for a box truck, really. 333 miles. Is paying $3.90 a mile. It's only 200 pounds, $1,300.
Okay.
Now, that says flatbed or step deck. So you still might be able to do it, put it in that box truck, because it's only 200 pounds. The question is, if it's lumber and it's too long, it's not going to go in there.
Right.
But if it's something like pallets, like 200 pounds of pallet, you can put that on a box truck.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? You gotta call and find out what it is, what it could be. Me personally, I'm not running people to Ohio because I'm just, you know, I'm sorry, not Ohio, to Oregon. But here's one going to Ohio from Dalton, Georgia to Franklin, Ohio. Van. It's a full load, but it's only 7280 pounds. I'm not sure if your box truck can carry that much.
Yes, it can.
All right. So if your box trucks can carry that much weight, that's a good one for a box truck too.
Okay.
Even though it's full load, it's van, $1,250, $2.86. Okay.
Okay.
Ship date 12/28. Now check the ship dates on these two now. Okay.
Okay.
The reason I would give them for that, because a lot of carriers are shutting down right before and right after Christmas. They're not running until after New Year's. So there you go. I've got a box truck that can make this run. He can make it quicker than your regular dry van carrier can run, because he gets better gas mileage and he makes better time. Okay.
Better gas, better time.
Exactly. But there's quite a few loads on here that can go on a box truck. You just have to give the shipper a reason, or that broker a reason to let you pull it with that box truck, load it onto a box truck. Here's one right here, 3,000 pounds. Going from Lithuania, Georgia to Lexington, South Carolina. Full load, but it's only 3,000 pounds. $1,100, $5.82 per mile. That's good paying money for a box truck.
Sure is.
When people tell me they can't find box truck loads, mainly because they don't know how to look for them. They don't know, because those loads are not always going to be classified under box truck. You have to learn to look at other classifications and see if that classification, by looking at the numbers, the weight, the miles, everything, and see if that will fit for a box truck.
Okay.
And if the numbers fit, then all you got to do is just convince the person that posted it, say, hey, a box truck can pull this load too. Because they may not have realized that a box truck, because they're thinking like everybody else. Dry van, reefer, flatbed.
Right.
So sometimes you have to remind the broker themselves, hey, the reason why this load is still on the board at 10:49 when both loads are gone is because you may not realize that box truck can run that load. I got a box truck that can run that load. And they can run it quicker. They get there quicker, faster, right?
Right.
So let's roll.
I'm glad you showed, because I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, that's why I do what I do. This is why I spent the last 5 years educating myself on this whole process, because you want to be able to give great advice, want to be able to give good advice. There's no sense in having a training platform if you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Right. So this is the whole purpose behind what we do and how we do it with our platform. Okay.
Okay.
So know what a box truck can pull, what they can pick up and deliver, and then bring these points up with the brokers when you're doing this more in depth or an analytical type of search. Okay, because I know a lot of dispatch trainers and trainers out there. They'll say you have to go to load board, click in this, click and look at that. But there's a lot more to it than that. Okay, and if you know what you're doing, this it is so easy to make $100 grand a year in this industry till it's not even funny. it's not even, I mean, it's just super easy to make $100 grand a year your first year in this industry.
I'm pushing towards it.
And it's not hard at all. It is so, when you know what you're doing, it's so easy. When you have the access to the right tools and resources, when you have, the right type of training or consultation or guidance, this is not hard at all. This is not hard at all. But you got to know the ins and outs. I mean, you got to know that there's more than one way to skin a cat. But go ahead.
I say yes. As far as dispatching, that's the hardest part. Working with box trucks, trying to get loads, especially out of Atlanta area.
Yeah, but as you can see here, we're looking at plenty of them that will fit. You just got to know how to recognize them.
Okay.
There's that one from Franklin. There's one 286. There's another one from Lexington, Georgia. I mean, from Lithuania, Georgia to Lexington, 3,000 pounds, $1,100, $582 a mile. Listening Springs, Georgia to Tennessee. So that's so that's got to be refrigerated. So that won't work. Here's one to Orlando. Well, that's a step deck and flatbed. So that's probably not gonna work because they're saying step deck. Here's one. There's one a van right there from McDonald, Georgia to Wilmington, North Carolina. 4,000 pounds, $1,000, $2.43. Perfect for a box truck.
All right.
If your box truck can stand at 8,000 pounds, 178 miles, Douglas to Pulaski, Florida. Shoot, $1,000, 178 miles.
Yeah, those are good loads.
Yeah, because you can literally run those, and even if you had the deadhead back home, you still made money.
That's right.
I mean, seriously. And let's not forget, you get this reverse search mode in direct freight, right? She was going out, so you can do a reverse search to see what's coming back the other way.
That's good. Oh wow!
Now check this out. You got coming back from you do an 81-mile deadhead from where you're gonna drop off at. Go pick this load up. What is this? No, that's 10,000 pounds. So that might not work. That's 10,000 pounds. That might not work. Trying to see if they got any full. Coming back. What's today's date? 22nd. So you can come back the same day if you want to, because it's only 100-some miles. 140-some miles. You find something coming back and head right on back home and make some more money.
That's right.
So, I mean, this business is not hard. Van size. Let me see here. All sizes, all length, weight, pay rate. Let me see if they got anything listed on the box truck. Power only cargo van. Inbox truck. Let's see, Karen. All right. Now let's do a search again. See if we got anything going back that way. All right, nothing right there, but let's do this. That's within 100 miles. Take this out.
Put honey in it.
150 miles. Nothing going for 150 miles to take that box truck out. Do that. All right, now you got a little bit more stuff. All right. Now, because you're in a box truck, I don't mind looking at this stuff right here for going back to Georgia. Okay? Because remember, you're going down to, you're picking this one up, 32 miles deadhead, trip miles 26, let's do Georgia. No, that's a Washington. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at the wrong thing. My bad. What did I find? That I just had a load coming from Georgia to. Or was I looking in the wrong? Hold on here. Oh yeah, I was looking at the wrong load board. Wrong area. All right, here we go. This is the one. All right, from Pulaski, from Douglas, Georgia to Pulaski, Florida. All right, there we go. All right, then we did a reverse search and it popped up on the other screen. That's why I was kind of lost. My bad.
No problem.
All right, my bad. Reverse search. Reverse search. All right. So now you're going to be picking up in Florida. Hold on. Let me go back to. So I hate when they jump up on different screens. All right, here we go. Now you're going from Florida back to Georgia. So you made $1,000 going down, right?
Right.
And now you're looking for going back to Georgia. Now, the reason why I'm looking at these, even though the deadhead is more than 100 miles, is because you're in a box truck. If you was in a, if this was a regular, semi, I wouldn't be looking at this type of deadhead going to pick up a load.
Okay.
But in a box truck, and you're empty, you're not really burning that kind of fuel like you would in a big truck. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And you're trying to get back home, so it may be worth it to you to burn that little bit of fuel, go get that load, and then hit them back home with some money, with some more money in your pocket.
Okay.
Make sense to you?
Yes.
All right. So since you're in Florida, going from where you was going, that's going to be about 174 mile deadhead from Pulaski, Florida. All right, because you're in Pulaski, Florida, is where you were delivering to. So in order to get a load back out, there are quite a few loads that are available to you. Now, look at your weight. That's too much weight. That's too much weight, but this one is just right. 5,000.
Just right. Right.
It's a van, right?
Right.
Taking you back close to Atlanta, to Villa, Georgia, right?
Right.
It's 153 mile deadhead from Pulaski going back up to Tampa, right? You're gonna go up to Tampa. Right. You're gonna grab that load right there, right? And you can still make it back home, get down there, drop that load, grab the load, go back, and be back home in the same day. Right?
Right.
Right. And you're gonna pick up an extra what? Hold on here. 900. What the big thing? You're gonna pick up an extra $700. So you made $1,700 in one day.
One day.
One day. Box truck, I mind you now.
That's right. That's good for a box. That's really good for a box truck.
This is box truck that we're talking about. You see what I'm saying? So when people say to me, I can't find loads for box truck, well, because you're really not looking. You don't know how, or no one's taught you how to look for it.
The vocal part is it work?
Okay.
So just remember, when you look for box truck, look for vans, but look for the weight that will accommodate your box truck. Because a lot of times when these brokers post this stuff, they are not realizing that a box truck can run that same load. So when they post it, they're not posting it under box truck category. I would, in my opinion, I would speculate that about 40% of the loads out there, well, at least 35% of the loads that are posted for dry van can also fit for box trucks. But because the brokers don't realize it, they don't put the box truck classification under the post.
They're too focused on the bigger ones.
Exactly. Then I realized that there are box trucks out there that can run those same loads.
Right.
So it's your job as your client's business manager, because that's what you are. You're not a dispatcher. You're an owner-op business manager. That's why I like that term. I know y'all heard me say before, I don't like the term dispatcher. I like owner-op business manager. Because if you're doing your job the right way, the way you're supposed to do it, you are much more than just a dispatcher.
That's right.
I want to ask you.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Hour's about up.
Okay.
So I hope you got a lot out of it. I hope I was able to show you how to go ahead and move forward with the box trucks and show you that now hopefully now you can see a path to actually earning 100K a year, really doing just box trucks.
Do you think 8% is pretty good with working with box trucks as a dispatcher?
The box truck, I would charge no less than 10%, me personally. Because because you got to do so much more to keep them loaded.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, look, my whole premise about my fee is 10% across the board. I don't care if you're a reefer, I don't care if you're a dry van, I don't care if you're a flatbed, I don't care if you're a box truck, I don't care if you're a splinter van. My fee is 10%. Why? Because I'm worth my fee.
Okay.
Plain and simple. I'm worth my fee. Okay. Because I do more than just find you some freight. I negotiate with the broker and I probe and I dig to find out if this load runs, multiple times during the week, or if it runs 5 days a week. If that load runs 5 days a week, put it this way, if both these loads run 5 days a week, why can't you negotiate with brokers? Hey, my guy can run that load every day. Both from Pulaski, they call the other broker and say, hey, my guy can run that load back to Georgia from Clearwater back to Georgia every day, 5 days a week.
Okay.
And if that's the case, what have you done? You have just secured a dedicated lane worth $1,700 a day, 5 days a week, home every night, off every weekend.
That's a lot.
That's more than $300,000 a year.
That's a lot.
$1,700 a day times 5 days a week, $8,500 a week times 52 weeks in a year. That's $442,000 a year. And if you're charging 10%, you just made yourself, $44,000 a year. Minus 10%. If you're charging 10%, you made yourself. That's a $44,200 contract to you, and that's a load you ain't got to dispatch every day.
Wow.
You're starting to see. Now you're starting to see how this industry is. That's why I work. That's why I concentrate a lot on short runs and repeatable runs, there and back, or there, down, then back again. I either do there and back, or I do a triangle back. I try to concentrate on those type of loads, and I like running those short loads like that, because usually short loads means that they run every day.
Right.
And if they do run every day, then I can connect them and get them, and then I do a conference call with the brokers. I'll have a Zoom call with all three brokers or both brokers, whatever the case may be, and I show them, look, my guy, this is after they done ran the load, or they ran all of three loads. My guy just ran for you all a successful triangle run. All of you all states that these loads they run every day. My guy can pick this load up at this time at your shipper's location every morning. Takes him, as you can see, it took him this much time to get to you. He picked up your load about mid-morning, about mid-afternoon, mid-morning. He ran that load. He picked your load up early, late mid-afternoon, 2, 3 o'clock. He picked your load up and brought it over here and delivered it on time. So what I'm saying to you all, instead of you all trying to find a carrier every day to run these loads, why not go ahead and let's do a contract with each one of you all for these pickup times and these drop times, and let's go ahead and lock this lane down. How's that sound to y'all?
Sound good to me.
That's how you make money in this industry and not have to work hard for it. You do a little bit more upfront on your negotiations, and you're finding the loads and putting them together and doing that, but it's worth it. Because once I've got that set in place, all I've got to do is every now and then, call those brokers and, hey, how's that guy? I'm working out for you. Call my guy every so often, hey, how's those loads? I'm working out for you. Oh yeah, man, they're working great. He don't got to worry about where he's going every morning, because he knows exactly where he's gonna go and how he's gonna get back home. And the more he does it, the more he gets his timing down. It becomes like,
makes sense.
and he's making $400,000 a year off of that one route. I mean, literally, you can set your carrier up to make their career off of one route, off of just that route.
That's what I look at. That's my main goal, man.
Yeah, and what truck driver would not want to be home every night,
right,
off every weekend,
right,
and make over $300,000-$400,000? And this and remember, we are talking about a box truck right now. I've been able to do this with reefers and get them almost $800,000-$900,000 a year on a 3 pickup, pick up, drop, pick up, drop, pick up, drop back home. $700,000, $800,000, $900,000 a year. Dry vans, easily get them between easily get a dry van between 380,000 up for around 550, close to 600,000. Flatbed, easily get them between 450 and $700,000 a year. By making those types of connections. And as you can see here, I've shown you 2 loads that one goes out, you got to do a little deadhead, but for a box truck, that's acceptable. Now, if this was a dry van or flatbed, or no, I would be concerned about those deadhead time, but they're in a box truck. And once you dump, you're empty. So it's easy to do that deadhead, go over there, pick that load up, head on back home.
So easy.
Yeah.
Worth it.
So easy. All right. But there you go.
All righty.
All right. Hope you enjoyed the consultation. I hope it
very
leads you
informative.
to do some great things.
I surely appreciate it. It was very informative.
Well, I actually enjoy these one-on-one times because I get to, focus and concentrate on, instead of trying to, teach to a mass of people. I actually like the private consultation because
I do.
So you get a lot out of it. And for those people who say, well, I don't know if I want to pay that $99 a month. Look, that $99 a month is nothing compared to when you get your private consultation and you got 3 of them, or you got 3 hours of consultation each month that you can use up. And as you can see, you get a lot more out of one-on-one.
Yes, that 99 definitely worth it. Well worth it.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of platforms out there that offer that kind of, hands-on, one-on-one, training, when you need it like that. And I just feel like, the things that we put into our platform is what makes us so popular. It makes us such a value type of thing. And when we start our first class here at the school, this is the type of interaction that we're going to be doing with our students when they come down for that 2 weeks, of training.
Mm-hmm.
So promote the school, promote, the platform, kind of share your experiences with what we're doing. If you see one of our posts on Facebook or something, go in there and comment, and let people know how how this is doing for you.
I definitely will.
Okay.
I sure will.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much, Calvin.
No problem. Anytime.
All right.
All right. All right, everybody. That was a private consultation with Miss, I think her name was Jenkins. Lakeisha Jenkins, I think that was her name. But as you all can see, our platform provides private consults at the $99 premium membership level. In the private consultation, that's included with that particular membership to our platform. They also get access to more than 100 load boards. I feature some of the load boards that we use within our platform. They also get access to more than 19 million plus shippers. I just featured our shippers list, our direct verified shippers lifetime membership that we have, so our students can access that type of stuff. Our platform also includes access to our more than 140,000 hours of operational training videos, and it also includes access to our logistics library that has every word, phrase, and term ever used in trucking, as well as live training. Every Thursday night we have dispatch training. Every Saturday we have freight broker training. Every Monday we have franchise training, and private consultations. Like I said, the $99 membership includes 3 hours of private consultation each month. All the other memberships, they're less money. We have a $349 enrollment fee and $39.95 for the regular membership. Veterans, $249.95 enrollment fee, $29.95 for the regular membership. And with those, private consultations are not included, but they're you can book a private consultation at $100 per hour if you need private consultation, and it's well worth that, as you all can see. But whether you attend our school, that you can access our website for the school at theRBBSLLC.com. That's theRBBSLLC.com. And let me show it to you all real quickly here. Let me share my screen again and show you all the our site for the school. Give me a moment here. Sorry about this. Give you the site for the school. It's theRBBSLLC.com, and this is our school located here in Tallahassee, Florida. That's the courtyard area there. Students will come down for 2 weeks of training, in-depth training, very in-depth curriculum. You can view our curriculum and course schedule here on the site. It's right there. You want to view our executive summary that kind of tells you what this is all worth and the value that they're getting compared to the tuition. They can register online right here within our registration link. If they need financial aid to pay for the tuition or a student loan program. We have lenders who are ready to evaluate them for loans that they can use to pay for our tuition. And if you are a dispatch firm owner or a freight brokerage firm owner, you're welcome to send us, a contact to become one of our hiring partners and become one of our instructors. Pay our instructors $25,000 per 2-week course. We have 4 instructors per course. Course is 2 weeks long, so instructors get paid $25,000 for basically 2 weeks of work when they come down and they help us train these students. So we have a curriculum already worked out, so you don't have to worry about what the curriculum is. You'll be able to click on each of the subject matters within our curriculum, and it expands, tells you what you need to be presenting to the students. And then we just want you to expand upon that, to elaborate on that with your own personal experiences and how it all plays out in the real world when it comes to booking freight. That's why we want you to be a freight brokerage firm owner or a dispatch firm owner in order to be one of our instructors. Also, if you're one of our instructors, you have to agree and commit to offering any student that graduates a position with your firm. And you have to allow them to be able to work that position from their home or from their own satellite location. So hence, this is how we are able to do the guaranteed career placement after graduation. So, but hey, that's what we have. Included with the tuition. Tuition is $7,500. Included with that is air travel down to our school and air travel back to their home location. If they don't want to travel by air, they can. We will pre-reimburse them for a bus fare, either Greyhound or Megabus. We'll also pre-reimburse for. We also pay for a rental car, full size or SUV, for the trip down and the trip back while students are here. The hotel accommodations are also taken care of. Their 3 restaurant meals per day are included, as well as Uber and Lyft vouchers per day are also included while they're here for that 2 weeks of training. And at the end of the training, we have the reverse style recruiting sessions with all the firms who are our hiring partners. With all the firms who are our hiring partners. Over here, consulting with hiring partners. All the firms who are our hiring partners, we have reverse style recruitment where the students will be interviewing, the graduating students will be interviewing these firms and the firm owners to see if they want to go with their company or not. Okay, so that's how we're set up. These are some of the names that we have that are providing us with instructors and hiring partners and firms that are hiring. K&J Transport Services, Rhinestone, big name. They've been in business for over 104 years. They're the heavy haul transport carriers. They have brokers and dispatchers, and they do heavy haul. But they're one of our hiring partners, and they'll also be have someone come down from the organization to help with as one of our instructors as well. XOJ Logistics, one of our hiring partners, and our instructors. Suprema Freight Solutions, the owner there is one of our hiring partners and one of our instructors as well as DZR Logistics. There's a host of others who haven't been placed on the site yet. I'm still waiting for them to send me all the information so I can get them posted and loaded up, so you all will be able to view all the hiring partners and be able to view the instructors, know where the instructors are coming from. That's our on-site training with our school here in Tallahassee, Florida. And of course, we just had a private consultation with someone who is in our online network platform, which is backed by the National Dispatchers Network, which is also a division of the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. So that's what we have to offer, either online with our network and training platform, which gives you 2 resources, all the stuff that we just talked about, or you attend our school here in Tallahassee, Florida, our vocational school in Tallahassee, Florida. either way will put you on the path to earning $100,000 your first year in this industry. And that's some serious money, and it works, as you can see. But either one of those platforms will get you to earning $100,000 your first year in the freight logistics industry, either as a dispatcher, dispatch agent, freight broker, or freight broker agent. Okay, so I thank y'all for joining us. This is going to be posted on YouTube. It's also going to be posted on Facebook, so they can be viewed. And I thank y'all for joining us. If you want to join our platform, if you want to join our online platform, you just simply go to mydispatcher.org. This is our online site right here. This is back office site. You can access all your tools, resources, training, support, everything. You go to mydispatcher.org. That's singular, not plural. That's mydispatcher.org. Once you get there to our homepage, you're going to, there we go. Once you get to the homepage, you're going to scroll down. In the middle of the page, you'll see a video. Okay, underneath that video, you see where it says to get started today. Click here to enroll. You're going to click there. That's going to take you over to our enrollment site where you can choose one of the enrollments that's right for you. And here we have our individual platform enrollment, which is $349.95 on the enrollment fee, and it is $39.95 per month to access all your back office tools, resources, training, and support. We have a veterans enrollment, which is $249.95 on your enrollment fee and $29.95 per month for your back office tools, training, support. We have a platinum premium membership, which includes 3 hours of monthly private consultations included. That one is just $99.95 per month, no enrollment fee, no upfront enrollment fee. We are doing away with the individual platform membership, which is so we're going to be doing away with that one. That won't be available after today. So if you want to jump in on this best choice, jump in now, because by the end of the day, it's going to be gone. By tomorrow, this option will not be available. Don't ask for it because it won't be available, and it won't be coming back until maybe 2 years from now when we decide to offer a special again. But this was for a limited time only, and is not going to be available after tonight. So midnight tonight, this option ends. Okay, and the day is the 22nd of December. Okay, so midnight tonight, this option ends. The best choice option ends, and these will be available still. And of course, we have our corporate enrollments for those of you who have a company and you want to, or if you have partners, or if you have dispatch agents and you want us to provide them with, provide your entire company with training and things like that, access to load boards so you don't have to pay for load boards, access to direct shippers so you don't have to pay for shippers list, access to owner operator locator sites so you don't have to pay for none of that. We provide all that within our subscription and our membership. So if you are the owner of a company or you have multiple partners, you all can sign up for the corporate enrollment, which saves you money. It is $699.95 for your enrollment fee, and that covers up to 11 people. That's yourself and 10 additional agents or partners. Your monthly subscription fee for that is $99.95 per month plus tax. That covers all 11 of you. That one subscription fee covers all 11 of you. And your each of you will have your own logins and things of that nature. We have the corporate enrollment 2.0, which covers yourself and up to 20 additional agents or partners. That one is $999.95 on your enrollment fee plus tax, and $199.95 per month to access your back office tools and resources. That covers all 21 of you. And we have an unlimited, which you have to call 866-973-6445. Our unlimited corporate enrollment is $2,499.95 plus tax on your enrollment, and it is $299.95 per month, and that is for yourself and an unlimited number of agents or partners that you may have that want to enroll and join our platform. All right, I thank you all. If you wanted to pay for our logistics school, you can come here and pay the You can also pay the tuition here as well. For those of you who have that money ready and in hand, you can pay the full tuition here for the school to attend our school. And then we will send you the start date for the next class. We have to have 45 students registered and funding in place before we can put that course on, each course on. So I think right now we got about 7. We just started doing this about 2 weeks ago. We just started promoting the school and the registrations about 2 weeks, I think 2 weeks ago. And I think right now we have about 16 or 17 students registered for the school. So once we reach 45, we'll send out the certified mail, emails, and text messages on when the start date is to all our registered students, along with their prepaid travel packages and their hotel accommodation and their meal packages. So we'll have all that will be done once we reach our target number of 45 registered students. There you have it. That's, I want to thank y'all for joining us for this private consultation segment that was recorded. It will be available for you all to watch and review to see how we do our private consultation, give you a taste of what we do here at the RBBS Distance Learning Center and how we do it. Thank you all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day. I think I will see you all back here on Thursday. Well, tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., we can have the load board report. So join me on YouTube for that live broadcast every morning, 6 a.m. for the load board report. Bye, everybody.